Very good evening to my friends from Sainik Schools community. I am Ravi Kumar from 1993 pass out batch, Sainik School Tilaya. Currently, I am enrolled in Delhi High Court. Occasionally, I also go to Supreme Court. Previously, I have been a professor at Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, IIFT, New Delhi. My specialization has been in languages. I have my specialization in Spanish from Jawaharlal University, did my BA, MA, MPhil and half PhD. Later on, I went to School of Diplomacy and Complutense, Madrid. There I did my specialization in teaching Spanish as a foreign language. Much later, I went to University of Canada to do my specialization in translation studies. I have my interest in research, IT, and later I did my law. And then after now I'm practicing, in combination of law, IT, and languages. So that is my, interest in brief. And I would like to welcome you all today at this evening where lots of people from Sainik School from different parts of India have gathered from legal domain. The idea of creating this community was to empower our Sainik School friends from all walks of life and help them whenever in need, especially when they are in distress. Because, many times it was seen, for example, during COVID period, our Sainik School Tilaya community took lots of measures and helped many people and families when they were in, need of medical aid directly. At that phase of time, the idea of, bringing people from different walks of life had come to my mind. And that is the reason why when opportunity came to me to initiate a legal domain specific group, we talked among each other, some, common friends from different Sainik school. We talked to each other, including Umangji, Mayank, Ajit and all, and decided to create a group. And coincidentally, that was the time when our friend from Sainik School Tilaya, Ajit Kumar, was contesting election at Delhi High Court. And that gave us another opportunity to reach out to people, not only from Sainik School Tilaya, but also to all Sainik schools and seek help from Sainik School community who are working at Delhi High Court to seek his vote and support for Ajit Kumar. Unfortunately, Ajit was not able to reach the goal during the elections, but we had the opportunity to meet people, talk to people, and synergy was created. So based on, this background, I again welcome you all to our legal community, and I hope that friends from all schools from Sainik School will gather more energy and help each other, and the way we have been helping each other in maintaining a very understanding level of our group, in which currently more than 160 people are there. With your cooperation, I would like to take it further and move ahead with cooperation and help each other, not necessarily, personally at personal level, but also our friends, also our, wards, children, because now people have aged and they have their new generations coming in. So we can keep helping each other and maintain the synergy throughout India, my friends, or in fact, throughout the world. I do have quite a good outreach across the globe because I have been one of the board of directors of International Federation of Translators that connects 110 associations of the world. I was their board member, so that has given me access to approximately 80 countries and work together with legal translators community throughout the globe. So I hope to maintain contact with everybody. And with this, I again welcome you all, my friends, to our legal community, which I hope will continue to grow. And with your cooperation, we will make it more stronger and interactive. And there will be time to when we will interact with each other, not virtually, but also in person, especially when our good friends have access to some good clubs, including Press Club of India, as well as some good mess of military style, and some more clubs like India International Center, India Habitat Center in Delhi. And if needed, we can make it not only in Delhi, but also in all major cities of India. So with this, my friend, I give you my special thanks, and I hope to receive your cooperation in future also. So taking this forward, now I would like to invite everybody one by one. If you allow me, I would like to call everybody based on the list that I have. So that will help in maintaining coordination. And if I miss out somebody's name, please do inform me so that we can coordinate. Meanwhile, co-host may please help me in adding somebody who is waiting in the waiting room. And if by chance, if we get disconnected, don't worry about it. We can, again come back on the same platform in the same link. We are already linked through our community, Sainik School legal professional group. So if there is any interruption, it will be updated immediately there so that we can continue our meeting for today, my friends. So with this, thank you. Now, I would like to invite the first person which is there in the list, and that is Anand. Mr. Anand is there?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Anand, kindly, if you have camera, please put it on, and then we can start it.
Yeah. Am I visible? Okay. No, you can continue, please.
No problem. If you are unable to have your camera on, no problem. We can.
No, not an issue. Actually, someone means other Anand is also there, so I was just.
No issue,
Okay.
sir.
Anand Dharadiyar, it is the first one is Anand Dharadiyar.
Yeah. Please continue, Anand.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt. Sir, myself Anand Ankur Dharadiyar. I am from Sainik School, Tilaiya. 2004 to 11 batch, and then after I joined DSNLU, that is Damodaran Sanjeev National Law University, Visakhapatnam, and completed my 5-year BA LLB course from there. And then I am enrolled in New Delhi and practicing in all the forums in Delhi. Mostly specialization, like I was working in tax area, in both kind of tax area, like direct tax and indirect tax. Other than that, mostly arbitration and some criminal matters.
Okay. So Anand, you are into criminal matters and arbitration.
Criminal and taxation.
Taxation also. Oh, great. And Sainik School Tillia, which year pass out?
4 to 11.
4 to 11. Great, Anand. I'm just adding everybody's name, so that we don't miss anybody. Thank you, Anand. Do you want to share anything more?
As of now, like I'll just if I'll think like.
Okay. So the next one we have is Mr. Parvinder Chhatrapati. Parvinder, are you there? Kindly mute yourself, everybody, and only the speaker, please. Parvinder, are you there? We are not having any voice from Parvinder.
As I know, he's not here. I think he has not joined the meeting.
He has not joined. Okay, no problem. So we are going to Amrish Rai. Amrish is there? Amrish. Okay.
I think audio is poor. Can I come in, Ravi?
Who is there?
Ravi, this is Prasad Yalamanchili, advocate from Sainik School, Korukonda.
Prasadji,
Sainik School,
hold on. Your turn will come.
Okay. Okay. I'll come in whenever you say.
Yeah, your turn will come because I have the list. I'm just following that.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so now we have Prince Raj. Prince Raj, are you there? Please unmute yourself, Prince, and then start.
Hello, sir. So my name is Prince Raj. I'm from Sainik School, Dilea. This year pass out. My batch was 2015 to 2022. So I'm pursuing my BA LLB. I'm first student from Sai University, Chennai. I'm a budding poet, writer, essayist. I was the school CCA captain of my school.
You said you school?
CCA captain, co-curricular activity captain of Sainik School, Dilea.
Oh. What? Yeah.
So
and you're
I'm a
doing
poet,
your law
essayist.
studies, Prince?
Sir, Sai University, Chennai.
Sai. Oh, great.
Sir, actually, it claims to be a first international university. And here the faculties are very good. Like the dean is from my current dean is like she was dean of University of Warwick for 20 years, and all the faculties are like from abroad only. So that's why I choose this university, and I am here on 100% scholarship.
Oh, good. And may I know the name of the dean?
Reena Patel, Professor Reena Patel.
Great. Prince, anything else you want to share with our Sainik School friends?
Yeah, actually, I'm a poet. I'm a writer. So, like, I often write poems. So, I do ghost writing also. So, if anybody wants to have something written from my side, so I can help them in composing good poems in Hindi, English.
Okay. So, you write poems and give somebody else's name?
No, not give somebody else. Like, I write for them. My poems got published in the Hindu newspaper. And all the major Hindi newspapers like Prabhat Khabar, Dainik Bhaskar, Dainik Jagran and all. So
no, but when you say you are a ghost writer means I hire you, pay you, and acquire everything from you, and you remain a ghost.
Yeah, but I do not allow them to write their name actually. Because they participate in competition on my name. Like I don't give any title.
It is not ghost writing then.
Okay. I might be misguided.
Okay. Chaliye. Bahut acha, Prince. Good to hear from you about your writing skill. Do you want to share any of your poems?
Yeah, I can share. Yeah, I can share, sir.
बोलिए. सुनाइए कुछ हम लोग को थोड़ा मजा आए.
Okay, just a minute. I shall read one of my best poem. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay, just a minute. So I'm going to recite a poem in Hindi, if everyone is comfortable. तो मेरी कविता का शीर्षक है, मतलब मैंने काफी मतलब करंट सिनेरियो पे लिखा है, हाउ व्हाट इज द सिनेरियो आफ्टर पार्टीशन इन द फैमिली. तो मैंने उस पे लिखा है कविता, और कविता की टाइटल है पापा के भाई. तो ऐसे कविता स्टार्ट होती है। काश पापा के भाई भी हम भाइयों जैसे होते, मतभेद होते मनभेद ना होते, हंसी ठिठोली की कभी शाम नहीं होती, सभी के लबों पे एक ही बोली होती। हम अनेक हैं, हम एक हैं, हम शरारती हैं पर नेक हैं, बंटवार के खिलौने वापस थैली में मिल जाते। काश दादी भी उन्हें एक थाली में खिलाती, लड़ाई के पश्चात डांटती समझाती मिलाती। काश कल की वो महिलाएं हुक्म न चलाती, अपने को पराया पराये को अपना न बताती। मैं अक्सर हम सफरों से पूछता हूँ, क्या हम भी विलायती हो जाएंगे, क्या हम भी पापा के भाई हो जाएंगे। That's it.
ओ वाह, बहुत अच्छा, गहरा है। थैंक यू
Yeah.
प्रिंस।
Thank you, sir.
बहुत अच्छा। So let's move on to the next speaker. Roshan Kumar. Roshan, are you there? Roshan, I guess you are here.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Roshan, please.
Okay, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Sir, my name is Roshan Kumar and I am from Sainik School, Gwalpara. And I have completed my 2007 to 2014 batch. And currently I am in LC2, second year. And in between, I have completed my graduation from Motidar University. And I'm also pursuing a master's from IGNU. And looking forward, we don't know about much. I am first generation lawyer, so I'm just trying to know more about the law and trying to learn from our seniors and all. And yet, not completed any internship. Since after pandemic it started, so many hectic schedule is going on. So I'm just focusing on academic session, and then I will do some good in law background.
Okay, so Roshan, good to hear.
Yes, sir.
You said you are doing law, no?
Yes, sir.
And what was your major in graduation?
History honors.
History honors.
Yes, sir.
So any ambition for your preparation for judiciary or something?
Yes, I will try my best to give judiciary, but as well as I will also look forward for the litigation also.
Oh, good. Great. Thank you, Roshan.
Okay.
There are some good number of, judiciary people also in our community. Perhaps
Yes.
they will be able to help you out if you plan to do something of that sort, no?
Okay, sir.
So you can reach out to people whenever you in need.
Thank you, sir.
Chaliye, bahut acha. Thank you, Roshan.
Yes,
So
sir.
my friends, moving forward, do you want to say anything more, Roshan, about yourself?
No, sir. Just trying to know everyone, and then I will.
Okay, sure. We will have more opportunity to see each other. Thank you, Roshan.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So, moving ahead, we have next speaker, Kumar Sheikhar. Kumar Sheikhar, are you there?
Hello, am I audible, sir? Hello,
Oh,
am I audible,
Hello?
sir? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, Kumar.
Yeah, you are audible. You are audible.
Yeah. Sir, my name is Kumar Sheikhar and I'm from, I completed my 12th from Sainik School, Nalanda.
Sainik School, Nalanda.
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. Kumar?
Yes, sir. And I have completed, later I gotten my BA degree from here only, Muzaffarpur, my hometown, Langat Singh College. It is one of the 17 heritage colleges in India. And
Langat Singh
later
College.
on, yes, sir. And my majors was in economics.
Economics from Langat
Yes,
Singh
sir.
College?
Yes, sir. LS College.
Oh, great.
And after that, I have completed my LLB from Banaras Hindu University. And I was also in Nalanda.
So you passed out in Nalanda from Sainik School, Nalanda. Which year?
2015 pass out, sir.
2015.
Yes, sir.
and you did your 5
रवि एक मिनट कहाँ प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हो where you are practicing?
सर अभी एलएलबी खत्म हुआ है मई में इसी साल 2022 में, लेकिन अभी सीनियर सिलेक्शन का थोड़ा समस्या चल रहा है.
Actually, I have case of Muzaffarpur. That's why I just got the case for Muzaffarpur.
Sir, Ajit sir, you can share it with me. I am also from Muzaffarpur.
You are from Muzaffarpur?
Yes.
Just message your WhatsApp number.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's understand more from Kumar. Sheikhar, do you want to say something more about yourself or your plans to do what you want to do ahead?
Sir, I want to continue with my practice over here, but I am not able to understand how to reach out to a senior.
To seniors, there are many. You have 160 seniors now.
No, sir, in my because I want to practice in my own district court, and there are a few people from BHU also. One senior advocate is here, but the thing is he has a lot many juniors in his chambers.
Okay. I guess.
Can I speak something, Ravi sir?
In response to Kumar Sheikhar?
Yes, sir.
हाँ बोलिए.
Kumar, I am also from Muzaffarpur only. I stay here only. Although I am working for a law firm, but I used to go Muzaffarpur court, so we can meet and sort out something for you because lots of lawyers are there.
That sounds good.
Now your intention has been shared with everybody. I'm sure there will be a response from people. You can post your requirement and interest, in the group also. I am aware of 1 or 2 lawyers in Muzaffarpur who is a very senior lawyer from Sainik School, Tilaiya. You can reach out to him also. His name is Arun Singh. Okay.
After this, I'll get back to you. Yes.
Right. Please. So moving ahead, my friends, thank you, Sheikhar. भाई लोग पहले अपने आप को म्यूट कर लें, बिकॉज बैकग्राउंड में भी कभी नॉइज आने लगता है तो गड़बड़ा जाता है. तो अभी मैं थोड़ा सा आपको आगे बढ़ाता हूँ. एंड नेक्स्ट है हमारे स्पीकर वैभव श्रीवास्तव. वैभव, आर यू देयर? वैभव श्रीवास्तव? वैभव नहीं है लगता है. कोई बात नहीं, वैभव इज नॉट देयर. ओके, लेट्स मूव अहेड. We have next speaker, Mahipal. Mahipal, are you there? Mahipal Singh. Lieutenant Colonel Mahipal Singh. नहीं है अभी. Okay.
Ravi, Vaibhav has just joined, so I just admitted him. If you want to.
Yes, please. Vaibhav, are you there?
Yes, just joined.
Okay, great. So Vaibhav, आप ही का number है अभी. So kindly, we are doing introduction part, telling about what we are, what we have not, what we are doing, what we have planned to do. Just sharing ourselves.
Yeah.
So could you like to say something about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Vaibhav Shrivastava. I passed out from Sainik School, Ghodakhal in 1995. Okay, and presently I'm mainly working in the field of telecommunication. So I can be found in TDSAT. So my area of expertise in law is telecommunication services.
Okay, and Sainik School, Ghodakhal, which year? 1995?
1995. I passed out, 1995.
And you practice in Delhi?
Yeah.
Okay. And mainly in telecom sector?
Yeah.
That office in hotel, somewhere hotel I have gone there.
It is in Hotel Samrat.
Hotel Samrat. I have gone for once.
Yeah.
अभी तो टेलीकॉम पे कोई नया जजमेंट वगैरह है?
Telecom include the broadcasting also. So it is a really, you have to cope with the daily regulations and their orders of the TRAI.
Okay, so
So-
TRAI is the one that controls,
Yeah.
no, regulatory body.
It is a regulatory authority for the telecom sector.
So telecom also has internet thing.
Yeah, telecom has the internet, broadband, whatever say, the cellular, mobile, or fixed line, or broadcasting, or cable. You
Cable
can
also.
go with the definition of telecom services under the section 2K of the TRI Act.
Okay, 2K. Great, Vaibhavji. Good to hear from you. Anything else you want to share about yourself or any idea you have in mind?
No, just is the first time we are meeting, so I just thought that I should also join and meet you all people.
So great. Welcome on board and good to hear your voice as well as a smiling face. Hope to be in touch.
Yeah, sure.
My friend, so let's move on to another speaker for the day. And I'm just trying to find out, the next speaker. Mahipal has come? No. Lieutenant Colonel Mahipal ji, are you there? No.
He joined once but dropped off.
Okay, koi baat nahi. Now, the next one is our very only good friend Ajit Kumar. Ajit Kumar, please.
Hello, I am Ajit Kumar. I passed out from Sainik School in 1993, 1986-93 batch Ravi batch. And after pursuing my law, I am currently practicing in Delhi High Court and Subordinate Court. I have a chamber in Dwarka Court. And purpose of forming this type of people we are having from different states, Sainik School. Sometimes what we have, sometimes I have got the case. Recently, I have got the case today for the Muzaffarpur. I was searching some lawyer. I got it here. Purpose is someone is from the Jammu, and I have got the case from the Jammu. I cannot go to the Jammu, but I can provide the resources there also. So they are very good for connection for each other. I am practicing my main area criminal. Otherwise, I am doing civil also.
Ajit ji, could you like to share your recent experience when you were contesting election for Delhi High Court? Did you receive some cooperation from Sainik School community?
Actually, I could not able to connect everyone. Later on, find out some persons. Suppose Mr. Dahiya, Salinder Dahiya, is in the group. और पिछले 3 साल से हम लोग अपोजिट 4 साल से अपोजिट काउंसिल. He on behalf of Colonel Prahlad Singh, I am from the Vidyarthi ji, group captain Vidyarthi. Both are equivalent to Colonel. Both are the Sainikjans, but we were not aware about that. So, last time, whatever we have committed mistake that we could not able to reach that person, people like us, that we will improve later on.
Right.
And that is a better experience for everyone.
Right. In fact, we had, I was very confident. I recall that they generally, when you are having election, so security बहुत tight होती है उन दिनों, no? वहाँ पे हाई कोर्ट में टाइट बहुत सिक्योरिटी था. तो अपने साथ we had one strong, help available through Sudhir Gulia ji, जो सिक्योरिटी इंचार्ज हैं वहाँ के, और वो भी अपने सैनिक स्कूल कम्युनिटी से हैं, कुंजपुरा से. तो we were when we flashed the message, he came to our rescue, and he contacted us a day before the election. And there were some who were not members of Delhi High Court but wanted to enter. So we just took his reference and told security people that he's from, Sainik School, and Gulia ji is there, so don't worry. So he was just taking his name. Those people were allowed inside without any problem, So this is the power of networking, my friends. So outsiders were there to help Ajit ji during election period, and we were confident if anything happens, Gulia is there. So we were feeling very
I was
empowered
really
there.
not aware that Ajit was from the Sainik School.
Oh, great. But चलिए अब तो अच्छा है. So like आगे भी हम एक दूसरे को cooperate करेंगे that way.
क्योंकि अजीत जी, I also have a chamber in Dwarka Court which my friend uses it 661.
मेरा 850 के ऊपर
661 मेरा है, मेरा नाम वहाँ पे होगा, but my friend is exclusively using it because I don't go to there, but I live in Dwarka sector 10 only.
अरे वाह, बहुत अच्छा. So
661 पंकज के साथ ना, पंकज यूज कर रहा है.
पंकज इज माय लॉ में मेरा वो था, दोस्त था, तो उसने अपने साथी कहा कि मेरे साथी ले ले, तुझे तो आना नहीं है. मैं कहा ले लो भाई.
बहुत अच्छा. So this way cooperation के साथ साथ हम लोग introduction के बाद I was thinking कि we should meet physically also. Our friend Mayank from Lucknow has offered Press Club of India as a venue because he is one of the board members there currently. So it is easy for everybody. It's quite connected to metro also. सेंट्रल सेक्रेटेरिएट मेट्रो से उतरिए और प्रेस क्लब ऑफ इंडिया में घुस जाइए. आपको ड्राइव करने की भी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. इट्स इजी एक आध बार मैं गया हूँ उधर. टेकन हिज हॉस्पिटैलिटी, इज अ वेरी नाइस पर्सन. सो
एक बार हम लोग फुटबॉल मैच देख रहे थे ना वहाँ पर.
हाँ, एक बार हम लोग फुटबॉल मैच भी देख चुके हैं सैनिक स्कूल कम्युनिटी वाले एक साथ बैठ के. 4 साल पहले की बात है ये. बट वी कैन स्टार्ट फ्रेश activity from legal community also. So with this let's move on to our next speaker for the day, and that is Mr. Suresh Sharma. Suresh Sharma ji, are you there? Suresh Sharma ji has registered himself, but it seems he is not there. But चलिए, I just hope that he will come back again. मैं आगे बढ़ता हूँ. Do we have another speaker, and that is Mr. Abhishek Patil. Abhishek, are you there? Abhishek Patil. Abhishek Patil. No, Abhishek is not there. कोई बात नहीं, आगे बढ़ते हैं. मिस्टर सुधीर गुलिया. सुधीर जी, दिल्ली पुलिस. अभी तो नजर आ रहे थे.
I am Inspector Sudhir Gulia from Sainik School, Kunjpura. I joined in 82 and passed out in 89 and joined Delhi Police in 95. Presently, I am looking after the security of Delhi High Court. और जो भी आसपास के लोग हैं, if anybody feels कि एंट्री नहीं हो पा रही, किसी तरह की कोई प्रॉब्लम है, तो आई एम ऑलवेज रेडी टू हेल्प पीपल. कई बार सुबह सुबह पास बनवाने में जो प्रॉब्लम होती है क्लाइंट्स को, और इस तरह की कोई भी किसी तरह की प्रॉब्लम आए तो कोई भी आदमी मेरे से बात कर सकता है. आई ब्रीफ माय स्टाफ कि उन लोगों को थोड़ा सा रिलैक्स करके एंट्री करवा दें, जो बड़ी जरूरी होती है उस टाइम. This is what I want to say. मेरा ऑफिस है behind this this filing counter. फाइलिंग जो रूम है उसके पीछे मेरा ऑफिस है. Everybody is invited.
सुधीर जी, आपको अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा पहले अपने आप को. कभी कट गया अचानक से, आपका म्यूट हो गया.
Actually, I was driving the vehicle.
कोई बात.
That's why. बस यही. This is what I want to say. एक फिजिकल मीटिंग भी करते हैं and that will be more effective.
हाँ, राइट. सुधीर जी, और भी कुछ कहना चाहेंगे अपने बारे में, या कुछ एस्पिरेशंस हैं आपके? इनफैक्ट मुझे पता चला कि आपका बच्चा जो है उसने भी लॉ किया हुआ है, अमेरिका से पढ़ के आया है.
My son has done LLM from USC, University of Southern California, in arbitration and mediation. just passed out in June 22, and he's also practicing. He has started just practicing in Delhi High Court, and he is with a senior lawyer Sunil Dalal. He's with Sunil Dalal. This is what I want to say.
बहुत अच्छा. So we have
सर सुधीर गुलिया सर जी से कहूंगा कि उनके को आई थिंक कुंजपुरा से ही हैं, सर विक्रमजीत सिंह जी, वो मेरे टच में है.
या विक्रमजीत एसीपी हो गए.
हाँ, जयसिंह रोड पर है वो. जयसिंह रोड पर.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल जयसिंह रोड पे बैठते हैं. इज वेरी क्लोज फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन.
ओके, मैं यही कहना चाहता था, थोड़ा मैं उनसे ही था. ठीक ठीक, मैं मिलता हूँ सर आपसे. ठीक.
हाँ श्योर श्योर, मैं वहां भी जाता हूँ. ये होटल अभी जो बात हो रही,
सम्राट, होटल सम्राट.
ओके ओके ओके.
सम्राट में टीआरईटी में, तो मैं सबसे मिलूंगा वहाँ.
होटल सम्राट कभी भी आइए, मुझसे मिल लीजिए, क्योंकि मैं टीडी सेट जब भी खुला रहता मैं वहीं पे रहता हूँ.
श्योर श्योर श्योर, आई विल मीट यू सर.
श्योर सर, थैंक यू.
चलिए, ग्रेट, बहुत अच्छा सुधीर जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपके कोऑपरेशन के लिए. एंड आई जस्ट होप योर सन विल डू वेल. स्पेशली आर्बिट्रेशन का तो अभी बहुत डिमांड चल रहा है. उनको बोलिए एक आध बार सिंगापुर भी घूम के आ जाएं जब अमेरिका से होके आ गए तो.
श्योर श्योर
सर, आर्बिट्रेशन में एक्चुअली हमारे ग्रेट सीनियर सुरेंद्र सिंह सर जी हैं, रोहिणी आई थिंक रोहिणी में बैठते हैं, तो उनका एक संस्थान है एमएस, मैं उनको जानता हूं, तो वो आर्बिट्रेशन, मीडिएशन और कॉन्सिलिएशन इसको हेड करते हैं.
सुरेंद्र इज माय जूनियर फ्रॉम सैनिक स्कूल कुंजपुरा.
हाँ जी हाँ जी हाँ जी.
अरे वाह. तो ऐसे इस तरह के जो लोग हैं जो इस तरह का स्पेशलाइजेशन करते हैं, वी कैन हैव एक आध बार उन लोगों का टॉक करा देते हैं तो थोड़ा आइडिया मिलेगा आर्बिट्रेशन वगैरह का ठीक से.
ही इज इन
गाइडेंस ले.
चलिए, बहुत अच्छा माय फ्रेंड्स. विद दिस सुधीर जी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आगे बढ़ते हैं. फिर सुधीर जी के बाद वी हैव उज्जवल राज. उज्जवल, आर यू देयर? उज्जवल नहीं आए हैं अभी.
He is there. Ujjwal Raj is here.
उज्जवल.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, myself Ujjwal Raj. Good evening, everyone. Myself Ujjwal Raj. I am from Sainik School, Tilaiya, 1017 batch 1017. I am a Japanese language graduate from Jawaharlal Nehru University, and currently I am pursuing law from Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. I am a currently second year student at Delhi University.
अरे वाह, बहुत अच्छा उज्जवल. So your graduation is over, Ujjwal, from
I was in Jawaharlal Nehru University pursuing my Japanese language honors from 2017 to 20.
Okay, so you started then after law. So that's great. आप Japanese field में perhaps one of the few ऐसे बंदे होंगे जिनके पास law का degree है with Japanese language.
Yeah, perhaps it can be a thing.
Right. So there, I have a friend who is from Korean studies, and
right. I also had a pleasure to meet you, sir, back in 2017 and 18 at Santova meet and All India Sainik School Alumni Association meet. So I don't know. Perhaps you can't recall it, but we had a little bit of chat in bits and patches. But because you are also from Jawaharlal Nehru University, and so I got to know you around that time.
Yeah, I often go to alumni meet in JNU, especially Spanish studies and international studies area. Thank you, Ujjwal. मुझे याद है आपका चेहरा, बट आप दाढ़ी उड़ी आप लगने स्मार्ट हो गए कुछ ज्यादा JNU से पास आउट होने के बाद. I just hope you are not a communist. क्योंकि जो दाढ़ी उड़ी बढ़ाने के बाद बंदा थोड़ा सा सीरियस लगने लगता है.
JNU में किस हाउस में थे आप?
JNU में हॉस्टल
Jhelum
hostel.
Okay. I actually one of my friend Vivek Kumar, he is from also Jhelum, but he is Korean language में था उसका.
Okay. I see.
He also from Sainik School Kapurthala, but presently he is in Brazil.
कौन किसका नाम बताया आपने ब्राजील?
I think Vivek Kumar.
विवेक
He is
राज?
नहीं Vivek Kumar.
Okay.
Not Vivek Raj, but Vivek Kumar. He is from Sainik School Kapurthala, my batchmate.
वाह बहुत अच्छा, उनको भी जोड़िए हमारे सिस्टम में कहीं.
Okay, great.
Because we do have some people अपने friend community के जो लोग ब्राजील वाले हैं, because I have also studied Portuguese with my diploma, advanced diploma in fact. So hope
Earlier he was
to be in touch with him also.
Okay, great. I will connect him.
Okay, so thank you, Ujjwal. Do you want to share anything more?
No, I'd like to listen more, and then perhaps we can move on.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank
So
you, sir.
now, moving on, we have another student as well as lawyer, as researcher, Akash Kumar. Akash, are you there?
Lawyer, Delhi Sainik School lawyer meeting.
Akash. Akash ji.
I can't see Akash.
Delhi lo padiyastar.
It seems Akash is not here.
Yes, he's not here.
Okay, so let's move on to another speaker, Subendu, Mr. Das. Subendu Das, are you there?
Yes, I'm very much there. Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Subendu Subhasis Das, Sainik School, Bhubaneswar, 1994 to 2001. After my school pass out, I did my BSc with Physics Honors, then LLB and LLM, all from Utkal University. For a very brief period, I practiced in the Odisha High Court. When I got elevated to the bench, I shifted to Supreme Court in 2009. I've been practicing in Supreme Court since 2009. And in 2014, I became an advocate on record. That year in the advocate on record examination, I also stood first in the now my wife is also an AOR, so we have our own AOR law firm. We file our matters through our firm only. On a personal side, I'm also the empaneled advocate for the state of Odisha and Supreme Court. I appear for the state. So presently, in my individual capacity, also as a partner of the firm, mostly in Supreme Court.
What is the name of the firm, Subenduji?
So it's Vaibhav and Das Law Associates.
आवाज आपकी थोड़ी सी क्लियर नहीं आ रही.
My firm's name is Vaibhav and Das Law Associates.
Vaibhav and Das. Oh, great. Great. So, and which year you passed out from Sainik School? You are from Bhubaneswar, no?
Bhubaneswar, yeah.
Which?
2001, 1994 to 2001.
2001.
Right.
And entered into law in 2004 or something?
2007.
2007. Oh, wow.
2004 I entered, passed in 2007, yeah.
Great. And AOR कब बने?
AOR 2014 में बना उसे.
बड़ा जल्दी बन गए भाई आप.
The first attempt में बना था और first position पाया था सर.
वाह, बहुत अच्छा है. चलिए हमको भी AOR बना दीजिएगा कल.
जी सर.
चलिए बहुत अच्छा. Anything else you want to say, Subendu?
I want to connect. I mean, I'm really feeling privileged to have got this opportunity to connect with fellow Sainik School people in the legal profession. One thing, my wife is also from Patna, so I very frequently visit Patna because that's my in-laws' place. So I would like to connect with people in Patna High Court also from our Sainik School background.
वहाँ बहुत लोग हैं पटना में सैनिक स्कूल के लिए वाले.
But हमें पता नहीं रहता है क्योंकि ये नेटवर्किंग हमारा है नहीं, तो it's a great initiative you have started, sir.
No, आपको मैं कनेक्ट करा दूंगा. 4-5 तो मेरे बहुत क्लोज में से हैं.
Great, sir. Great, sir.
And they're doing very well there.
Definitely, sir. They must be, because I knew when Justice Sivakirti Singh came over here, so we got to know that he was from Sainik School Tilaiya. But apart from him, we never got to connect with anybody else.
नहीं बहुत लोग मिलेंगे आपको. In fact, luckily, I have been appointed, एक NGO है जो advocates अधिवक्ता कल्याण परिषद करके है. It's not, जो RSS का एक विंग है अधिवक्ता परिषद, वो नहीं, कोई दूसरा है जो पटना से ही इनिशिएट हुआ है, but now it has its presence in 3-4 states, including Jharkhand. तो recently I was made उसको बोलते हैं ना दिल्ली का अध्यक्ष, दिल्ली प्रदेश का, to connect with Purvanchalis and all. So it has helped me connect with some good number of people from UP, Bihar, Jharkhand region, which can help, our friends in connecting with some good number of lawyers in these at least regions.
Great, sir.
चलिए बहुत आगे बढ़ते हैं आगे फिर शुभेंदु जी. We will come back again, and thanks for your time and sharing your experience as well as your expertise.
Thank you, sir.
चलिए, take care. Thank you. And now moving on to my friends. Ranveer Singh. Ranveer, आप हैं? Are you there?
I'm here. I'm here only.
Please.
Hi everyone. Greetings. I'm Ranveer Singh. I am from Sainik School, Kunjpura. I studied there from 1990 to 1997. I did my bachelor's in science in physics, chemistry, and then did a 3 years law degree from Kurukshetra University. Thereafter, I have practiced for 6 good years in various courts and tribunals in Delhi NCR. Thereafter, I moved to corporates, worked as an in-house counsel in various corporations. Since last 5 years, I have been working on establishing my law firm, which is a recent venture, just 5 years old. Our practice area currently is into mainly commercial contracts. Have also established the labor and employment wing, and the IPR and other wings are underway. I'm also a writer in a way. I have 2 law books published with Thomson Reuters, and I also run one of the largest legal literacy initiative in India. It has pan-India presence. So that's about me, and I would love to associate with anybody working on the cause of legal literacy all across India. So we would need more mentors, more hands, and it's a platform wherein you can kind of brand yourself also, right? So our aim is to make one of the largest socially responsible law firm in India. We don't want to be the richest law firm. We don't want to be the biggest law firm, but we want to be the most socially responsible law firm in India in the next 5 years.
Wow, बहुत अच्छा. So, would you like to share a little more about your initiatives on this front, Ranveer ji?
Yeah, so talking about the legal literacy initiative, so we started it almost 2 years back. So there was that need felt, right? All these big names. So when I was working corporates, and I had that first-hand encounter with these law firms and all, right? So more or less, so they are hereditary businesses, right? And they are very good for themselves, but as a profession, they have not done anything in the last since independence, anything for the country, right? So that's why this load of propaganda that we see around, right? And people not being aware about their rights, not able to differentiate between the right and the wrong, right? So when there is this whole narrative building from opposing sides, so there needs to be a voice, right, which is trying to educate the masses about their legal rights, what is legal, what is illegal, and what are their rights. Basically, only aware citizens can protect their rights. So we started this initiative with law students all across the country. So we have a lot of affiliations with the universities. So they send us students, they create content. In return, we mentor these students during their internships. So I have a lot of mentors for again authors and all. So we mentor them during their stay with us. They create content, and it has now currently almost 10,000 per month unique visitors that are visiting that platform and reading that content.
Wow, that is great. So, I mean, maybe, you could share about this website of yours in our group, so that we are aware that, this is the thing that you are doing. It is a very great initiative. In fact, it aligns with my thought process also, because I have also created a kind of initiative some 5 years back, although I have not been able to scale it up, but this is called KanoonPlus. So it means Kanoon as well as social angle, Kanoon has nothing if there is no society there. All problems occur in society. So there has to have a link, and that link is simplifying the law to make it understandable for the common masses. True. Which and generally, in fact, there is one initiative by Supreme Court also to through CDAC, and there are some 5 universities, including Triple IIT Hyderabad, IIT Delhi, IIT Kanpur, IIT BHU, as well as I am one of the members of that consortium under Ministry of Information Technology, which is working on creating a machine to translate judgments from English to Hindi, so that everybody, large number of people who are Hindi speakers only, they understand, the decisions, which has been deliberately not done earlier because of apathy towards vernacular people, and only few English-speaking people has been ruling the country. That is the disparity that comes in. So, such initiatives, from the government side cannot happen without public participation. So it's very good initiative, Ranveerji. I remain thankful to you for sharing your thoughts. I hope you scale it up and we remain part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ravi. Thank you.
So moving ahead, do you want to say anything more?
Me? No, I'm okay.
Nothing? Great. Yeah. Thank you. So my friends, let's move ahead. And our another speaker is Mr. Prasad Yelamanchili. Prasadji, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm very much here. I'm very much here. Good evening, all my Psychorian lawyers. My name is Prasad. That's my name, first name, and Yelamanchili is my family name. I'm 67 years old. I joined Sainik School, Korukonda in the month of January 1965.
Wow.
It started in 1962. So I had to leave halfway because those days CBSE was Jan to December. I don't know whether many of the youngsters know about it. The rest of India, the state syllabuses and all were from June to April, but only CBSE, ISC, ICSE, they were all from Jan to December. So during 1968, they switched with the rest of the schools and made it, the CBSE syllabus, ISC, HSC or whatever, they also made it same as other academic years. And that was the year I had to quit. I was in standard 8 at that time. So after quitting school in 1968 December, I did my BSc major in chemistry, and 1976 onwards, I worked as a chemical engineer for 23 years up to 1999, including 15 years abroad for Conoco, Continental Oil Company in Dubai. I used to work in offshore oil gas production, 28 days work and then 28 days off. So that was my schedule. And then at the age of 44, I quit working. And then I entered, BJP, which was non-existent in Andhra Pradesh. I live in Visakhapatnam, and I have my farm close to Visakhapatnam. I have my, function hall, AC function hall, which is 53 kilometers away from Visakhapatnam. So, and then I thought I was wasting so much of time. And then in the year 2007, I joined LLB in Andhra University campus. And 2010, I'm from the first batch of AABE. I had to sit for the test. First batch of AABE student.
Wow.
2007-10. Then I did my LLM also 2017-19, specializing in international law. I am not a conventional lawyer, but I have a passion for law, you know. I have a passion for law. That's the reason why I chose to, though it's not my livelihood, but I have a passion for law. So I've done a few criminal cases, criminal defamation. I did few civil litigation. And then there's one case pending in Bar Council of India. I have already advanced my arguments. It's so slow, even slower than a snail's pace. I don't know. They have not resolved it so far. 2018, I have advanced my arguments in Bar Council of India. And now this is 2022. It was a revision petition number 28 of 2008. Can you imagine how slow we are? How slow we are. And one from Punjpur, I think, is Surendra Singh, if I remember well. He is also into arbitration. He came over to one of the Sheikharian meetings in Andhra Pradesh. So I told him, yeah, what is this? Ye to kitna purana ho gaya hai. Date bhi nahi dete hain, kya hai? Kya padha hai yaar? So unhone, he had gone to BCA and then gave me some date. He sat on them. And then after that, it moved a little bit. And 2018, I advanced my arguments. And this is 2022. 2018 November, I have advanced my arguments, final arguments in BCA, Bar Council of India. And this is 2022. What's this? There are so many things like this. I am trying to uphold the nobility of legal profession. That's my objective. My objective is to maintain the decorum of the profession. I know you're all in Delhi, but you may be knowing in Mofassil courts how the legal system is so bad. I think bad is a very good term. I would say it's worse. There is nothing but collusion. There's nothing but collusion. I want to repeat for the third time. There's nothing but collusion. We can't blame judiciary. We are also hand in glove with judiciary. Once you are very strict, judiciary has to accept. They have to give us the date. How long they already postpone here? Adjournment, 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 adjournment. People are living. I have on hand one criminal defamation case, 12 years old now. I almost, every time I go, I sit on the head of the magistrate. They're so scared, but they have power, you know. I politely always submit myself. But this is not right. How do we go about? We have to maintain the decorum of legal profession. It is the only profession which has got that name, noble profession. No other profession has that name. So how do we uphold it? This is my very agony. Anyway, I don't want to go on and on this subject because you all know it. But the only thing is I've belled the cat. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone physically. And I thank very much Ravi Kumar for organizing this. And I've got 2-3 more lawyers from Sainik School, Korukonda. So I think I'll tell them to join as well. And recently I was in London. Every year I go to London. My son-in-law and daughter and 2 grandchildren are there. So I pass my time. I traveled more than half the world. I also worked abroad. I got so many certificates, so many degrees. Okay. But I'm in this profession out of passion and to uphold the nobility of the profession. At least I want to contribute in this way. I'm very good in safeties, industrial safety, a public hearing. And if there is anything related to environmental law, technically, now that I have acquired legal degrees, I can contribute a lot. I can present myself directly and submit my arguments if somebody prepares something. I'm not going to charge anything, including my travel allowance. I don't want anything. Touch wood, by God's grace, I don't want money. I want, but not this way. So friends and my dear lawyers, I think I'm biologically the senior most guy. I did not work under anybody. If I miss something, it's only from the bench I learned. It doesn't matter because I can't go and work under anybody because I can't give them my time because I've got so many other things to take care of. So I can't be punctual. So I've got my own office, one-man show, but a lot of friend lawyers do assist me. It's not that, but I don't go and work in any office or with anybody for the simple reason that they can't depend on me. I don't know where I'll be when I will be there. So thanks a lot, Ravi. I really love to see you guys all whenever possible. I prefer in the second half of November, if you arrange some physical meeting, I will definitely come and join you guys in New Delhi. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your time. And it was great understanding your views, your ethicality that you were talking about. And I'm not surprised when you mentioned that there is a collusion everywhere. So if there is a collusion everywhere, and instead of breaking that collusion, it is better to have another collusion of ours so that whenever there is a need, we can push ourselves and get things done.
Exactly.
And that is how, our Sainik School community can be of help to each other. Because just imagine, I was just, thinking, suppose today we are 160 people, maybe tomorrow we will be 300 or 500. Just imagine 500 lawyers, across India can make a big difference. Not to everybody, but at least to ourselves, and our cases or our presentations, everywhere.
Yeah, let's go for good collusion.
Yes. So that is the case,
Yeah, to counter bad collusion, to counter bad collusion, let's go for good collusion.
Yes, right.
Thank you very much, Ravi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
So with this, I am moving ahead to another, speaker for today, which I believe, now we have with us Sri Ramratan Bharti sir, whom I am seeing he is already there. And please welcome, sir. You have to unmute yourself first. We cannot hear you, sir. You have to unmute yourself. No voice, sir. You have to unmute yourself. There is a button that will unmute you. आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही, sir.
Now are you listening now?
Yes. Yeah, please. Welcome, sir.
Yes. Ravi, I am from Sainik School, Kilaya. Batch is 70-77. Then I could not make it to NDA, and then I came to Delhi University. I passed my graduation from Hansraj College, and then I again went back to Bihar. My father was teacher, so he emphasized to do this B.Ed. He said, at least if you do B.Ed, it will be a base for you, and then you can do anything. So I, just to satisfy the wish of my father, I did B.Ed. Then again came back to Delhi. And then that time Sports Authority of India was a new organization. I applied and I joined that department and continued till retirement. And I did my law from Law Center 2. And my batch was 1986-89. So one of my advocate friend, because I didn't know that there was provision that while you are in service, while you are in service, you can get registered. So one of my advocate friend whom I had helped, so he cited the rule, and I got myself registered with Delhi Bar Council in 1994. But since I was in service, so I was not in active practice. But in my department, throughout, I had dealt with legal cases and legal division. Then I retired in January 2021, and after that, I have joined active practice. So this is in brief my particulars and my background. I am very happy to join this group, and I am also happy that so many talented lawyers have joined this group, and in future we can make a very good pressure group in India. Thanks so much.
Thank you, sir. In fact, while interacting with Bharti sir, I mean, as he's our super senior, I learned that he was also OS to prominent minister. Would you like to say something about your experience?
Yeah,
as
I was
OSD?
on two. Yes, Ravi. On two occasions in 1996 to 97, when Mr. Dev Gowda and Mr. Indra Kumar Gujral was Prime Minister, then I had worked with Mrs. Kanti Singh Minister. She was one month HRD Minister and then Coal Minister. Then again in UPA 1. So she again became Minister, and I was, on both occasions, I was additional private secretary to her.
Great, sir. So, and anything else you want to share, sir, about the idea of uniting advocates from Sainik School, from all Sainik schools?
I can say in nutshell.
Maybe you could like to give some vision how we move ahead.
My one sentence will say everything. I am member of so many associations, but when I joined this group, I feel myself very complacent. This is a very good group where we can exchange our ideas, and this group is helpful to everybody in many ways. And as one of our advocate friends told, that this is a legal, noble profession. So it's true, and we will make this profession more noble.
That is great, sir. In fact, I also 100% agree with you. With one point, and that is the most important aspect of Sainik School is that the moment you say you are from Sainik School, your heart becomes open, and 99% of the barriers are broken the moment you say that you are from Sainik School. Any Sainik school, it can be Tilaiya, it can be Kunjpura, Sujanpur, Gorakhal, Lucknow, Kondupura, or Balachatti, anyone, and you suddenly become friend, even if you have not known to each other, because the kind of system in which we work for 7 years, we are molded, especially in our childhood. The way we take punishment, hunching, controlling, there is a common story of senior ragging everybody, having ragra in the sports ground, seeing movie, and then after punishment by school captain because you murmured during movie time, you got excited, or kisi ko tang kar diya, something of the sort, or without permission you went to see movie out of campus. These are something that is very common to all Sainik School people, and these are the things that connect us, miseries and happiness together. Imagine 1,000 people, fighting with each other at times, having bonding with each other. So that is, inheritance that we all have, and that connects everybody. Sir, thank you for your time, and I'm sure this bonding will help each other, because we trust Sainik School boys as well as girls, who are there from day scholar side, and that trust make us, a strong bond and team. Without even saying many things, lots of things are understood. You don't have to explain too much, and ice is broken, and emotionally you are charged. At times you've crossed thousands of kilometers to attend, a small tea gathering or dinner or lunch, or at times you fight for others, either in the court or in the society or in college, in helping somebody, So that's the beauty of our Sainik School community. Thank you again, sir. And with this, let's move ahead and see if there are more, friends here. Let me now. I noticed that we have Arvind here. Chand. Arvind, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Arvind, let's move ahead.
First of all, I give respect to my seniors who are from different Sainik schools, and Ravi sir especially, that you have made this possible, that you have combined entire Sainik school on one platform, those who are working in the legal profession. And when I heard about this group, although I have met Ravi sir in Sainik School meet in Delhi, but that time this idea was not there. But I think this is the need of the hour, that all the lawyers from different Sainik schools should join this group, and we shall make it a huge pressure group as mentioned by my seniors. About myself, I am from Sainik School Nagrota, 97-2004 batch. I completed my graduation in BBA, and then I joined Law Center 1, Delhi University in 2011-14. Since then, I am practicing with Delhi High Court and mostly in Allahabad High Court also. And we have very huge people who are from different Sainik schools and working in mostly high courts, Allahabad High Court, Patna High Court, and Delhi High Court. And we should make them as I feel that this is the group which can create a very good lawyers, jurists, and judges. Because if we see that in the field of law, the basic thing is anyone who helps you out. And I am sure most of the people here are first generation lawyer. As I am also a first generation lawyer, my father is was a businessman, and he motivated me that yes, I should join this profession. And as I see many, as I was listening to all the seniors, the basic aim of this, all the people who has joined this profession was that to make change, as mentioned by Prasad sir also, and Ram Bharti sir. I was listening very keenly listening to them. तो मुझे ऐसा लगा कि नहीं, ये ग्रुप जो है मतलब हमारे इस सोसाइटी में बहुत बड़ा चेंज लेके आ सकता है. And I am sure that we will be getting all the guidance from the seniors, from which they have learned from the their irrespective of their past fields, and now they are contributing to the legal profession. I think, in my opinion, we should also go for one website for this lawyer group only, where we can contribute many things, just like judgments and all those, our writings, that can be helpful for the other Sainik School fellows, if this can be worked upon. I am always ready to help anyone who needs my support physically or any kind of support, because what we share is common Sainik school culture, that is ragda, hostel life, और that is किसी ने मेरे से कहा था कि जो सैनिकी होता है वो कोई भी काम करेगा वो कुछ अच्छा ही करेगा. And I feel, because whenever I meet any Sainiki, just like in Allahabad High Court, my senior is Manoj Kumar Singh sir. He is Chief Standing Counsel Uttar Pradesh government. उनसे बड़ा मतलब मोटिवेशन मिलता है. तो ये एक बहुत ही अच्छी चीज है. एंड मैं श्योर हूँ कि हमारे जो सीनियर्स हैं इस ग्रुप में, दे विल बी गाइडिंग फोर्स फॉर अस. और जो भी हमारे जूनियर्स जो आने वाले यंग प्रोफेशन में है, जब मैं सुनता हूँ किसी को सैनिकी है, तब तो मुझे मतलब लगता है कि और कुछ सब कुछ भूल जाओ, वो सैनिकी है, ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट यही है. तो ये बहुत अच्छी चीज है. एंड आई एम श्योर कि आप लोग इस ग्रुप को बहुत ही अच्छे से नर्चर करेंगे. एंड वी विल, एज राम रतन सर ने कहा कि जो हम लोग एक प्रेशर ग्रुप क्रिएट कर सकते हैं बेहतरीन, क्योंकि हमेशा हर जगह पर हमारे कहीं ना कहीं किसी न किसी तरीके से हर आदमी जुड़ा हुआ है, चाहे वो मतलब किसी भी स्टेट से हो. अलग अलग स्टेटों में रहते हैं, वो काम करते हैं, सैनिक स्कूल के हैं. तो इससे क्या है कि हम लोग के लिए एक बहुत ही बेहतरीन प्लेटफॉर्म तैयार हुआ है. और जो मुझे भी लगता है कि जब मैं पहली बार 6 में घुसा था, तो हमारे हॉस्टल में एक आता था कि वहां पे एक स्लोगन लिखा था, कम टू लर्न गो टू सर्व. तो जो हर सैनिक स्कूल में यही मैंने देखा है. तो बेसिक क्या चीज है कि हम लोग जो है इस सोसाइटी को देने के लिए ही पैदा हुए हैं शायद, और हम जो है अपनी तरफ से पूरी कंट्रीब्यूशन करेंगे इस सोसाइटी को और अपने जो सैनिक स्कूल के लोग हैं उनको देने के लिए. धन्यवाद. अगर मेरी कोई भी सहायता चाहिए होगी, मैं हमेशा अवेलेबल हूँ.
बहुत अच्छा अरविंद, आपने जो अपने विचार दिए उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. इनफैक्ट आपका जो पॉइंट है उसमें एक चीज मैं ऐड करना चाहूंगा कि पर्सनली मेरा ये फीलिंग है कि अगर कोई सैनिकी है, चाहे वो तिलैया से हो या किसी भी सैनिक स्कूल से हो, तो सबसे पहले मेरे जहन में आता है एक बात, और वो ये होता है कि अरे सैनिकी है मतलब अपना भाई है.
एग्जैक्टली.
तो मतलब उसके बाद तो फिर मैं भूल जाता हूँ कि वो साउथ से है, नॉर्थ से है, ईस्ट से है, वेस्ट से है, क्या है, वो अमीर है, गरीब है, या वो लॉयर है, या आईएएस है, या आईएफएस है, डजेंट मैटर. सैनिकी है मतलब कुछ तो है. तो अब उसके कारण से क्या होता है कि हम सब कुछ छोड़ के एक दूसरे पे विश्वास करने लगते हैं, और विश्वास ये होता है कि कुछ भी होगा वो गलत नहीं करेगा. बिकॉज समाज में ऑल्दो माय एज इतना बड़ा नहीं है, सीनियर लोगों के सामने प्रसाद सर हैं और भारती सर हैं और भी बड़े बड़े लोग हैं यहाँ पे, उनके सामने बहुत छोटा हूँ. बट जितना कुछ भी दुनिया में देखा है, इतनी गंदगी है दुनिया में कि आप ट्रस्ट नहीं कर सकते लोगों पे. और बिकॉज आपका ट्रस्ट टूटता है बार बार. लेकिन जब कोई सैनिकी होता है तो मन करता है कि उस पर विश्वास करें, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम वो विश्वास बरकरार रहता है. अब एक आध बार कुछ इररिस्पॉन्सिबल होते हैं बंदे, जो जिनका हिस्ट्री ही होता है इररिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का थ्रू आउट. उससे हम जनरल रूल नहीं बना सकते, बट जनरल थंब रूल यही है कि विश्वास कीजिए सैनिकी पे. एंड ऑफ कोर्स हमारा जन्म ही हुआ है देने के लिए. अपने लिए कुछ बचाइए, जान बचा रहे तो काफी है, बट समाज में कुछ देके ही रहेंगे. तो ये जो स्पिरिट है, जज्बा है, हमें पॉजिटिव बना के रखता है, और वही चीज हम लोगों को एक दूसरे को जोड़ता है. बिकॉज एक कॉमन बॉन्डिंग है. उसके साथ साथ जो सबसे कॉमन चीज है वो ये है कि हम लेने के लिए पैदा नहीं हुए, देने के लिए पैदा हुए. अब जब देने की बात आएगी तो सब आपस में दोस्त बनेंगे ही, क्योंकि हम लोग का फ्रीक्वेंसी हर जगह एक होता है. अब जब फ्रीक्वेंसी एक होगा तो जहां समाज में गलत होगा वहां हम एक साथ खड़े होंगे.
बिल्कुल सर.
So that is the spirit, my friends. With this, let's move on to our new speaker, and that is our new speaker is Yudhvir Dalal. Are you there? आपको अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा पहले. हाँ.
Yes sir, I am. Hope I am audible.
Yes, please.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. Actually, I am Yudhvir Advocate. I am from Sainik School, Kunspra, 2004 to 11 passed out. And I passed out from Sainik School, Kunspra in 2011. After passing out, I did my law from National Law University, Kochi, NLU Kochi. I got like 404 rank in CLAT exam. So through that, I joined NLU. Like I had option of joining North campuses, but I thought of joining South, so that I can improve on English and I can work on other fields. Like, and main reason is that being a Sainiki, I was like comfortable in going in any part of India. So that was the main reason that I opted for Kerala. So after passing out in 2017, I joined senior advocate Premlata Bansal ma'am in Delhi High Court. For 1 year, I was with her in, like I was in lower chamber block 3, lower chamber. So after being with 1 year with her, for last 4 years, I am doing independently, like, and my chamber is in Tisazari Court in Delhi. So basically, I practice in all the courts in Delhi because I have like some of the AORs who are friends. And today I go to know about Suendu Das sir also. So in future, I'll be connecting with him because I have regular matters in Supreme Court as well as other courts in Delhi. So like I look with the AORs, I am connected with some of my Newell seniors, and then some of the like one or two Sainik School Kunspura senior also. So in that way, now through this group, I'll be able to connect with others. And if like day before yesterday, I got call and messages from some of the Sainik School juniors also who are doing law. Like they were asking for internships and career options. So as far as I am concerned, they are always welcome. Whenever they wish to join, they can join for any internships or like they want to start with career. Because and I am having this DLSA government panel also in Tisazari Court, like where my chamber is there. So like, and my working area is mostly like actually I am handling most of the work because criminal side I am government panel, I am on criminal side. And as far as the like I am with the Narayana group also, so I am handling their labor and civil cases also. So in that way, like there is no specific area, I am handling like civil as well as criminal work. And most of the time, my interns, I did 12 internships during my law time. So most of the internships in Amarchand, Khaitan, LKS, all top law firms are in taxation. Because in beginning I was interested in taxation, but the destiny has different things. When I started independently, I got criminal and matrimonial cases and like those civil criminal type cases. And when I got for government panel, I opted for the criminal side then because I got more interested in criminal side then. And yesterday I was in Dwarka court. So, but unfortunately I was not having Ajit sir's chamber number. But today I have got, and like when I'll be on Monday when I'll be going to Dwarka court again, I'll meet sir there. And
I am on Monday. I am in Dwarka.
Okay, surely, sir. I'll meet you because I regularly go to all the district courts, high court, like Delhi, wherever any Sainiki and anywhere they will be. And I was fortunate to meet Mang sir and Surya Prakash, like at the press club, as Mang sir cordially invited us. So yesterday we met Mang sir. So in that way, this group is very helpful because although we met for the Delhi High Court voting, like, and I was fortunate to at least give my one vote because I was informed even at the last moment this time. So next time, as if sir or anybody, whoever will be standing, I'll be contributing more. So that is I like. And from me, like wherever, anywhere, Saniki will be there, whether our seniors or junior, I'll be there, whatever can. Thank you. That is a brief, like I can introduce about my.
Ravi sir, you are mute. You are on mute.
Okay. आपने अपने विचार दिए उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद युद्धवीर. And
my pleasure.
Also we learned, about your journey from taxation to criminal to civil, and then mediation and variety of courts. it's very good to know that you are doing quite well, Yudhvir. And I recall on that day you were there in the Delhi High Court, bearing, morcha for Ajit Kumar, and that was very nice
my
to
pleasure,
see.
sir.
And especially, when such kind of things happen in somebody from our community is fighting, and when you stand with him, तो बहुत अच्छा लगता है. अगर आप बोलें तो मैं एक छोटा सा कहानी सुनाता हूँ. अभी कुछ दिन पहले एक मैंने वीडियो देखा जो अमिताभ बच्चन ने शेयर किया था. वो वीडियो में था कुछ इस तरह से कि 0 से लेके 9 नंबर हैं, आपस में उनका कोऑर्डिनेशन हो रहा था. तो 9 नंबर को लगा कि मैं सबसे ज्यादा मजबूत हूं और उसने 8 नंबर को मारा एक थप्पड़. तो 8 नंबर जो है उसको गुस्सा आया. उसने देखा कि मेरे से कमजोर कौन है, तो उसने 7 को मारा. और 7 को लगा कि यार मेरे को मारा तो मैं क्या करूं, 8 को तो मैं मार नहीं सकता. तो उसने 6 को मारा. और ऐसे ही मारते मारते 2 जो है उसने 1 को मारा. अब जो 0 पे था वो बोला कि आज तो मेरा जो है बैंड बजाएगा 1. और दैट वे आपस में खूब लड़ाइयां हुई. बट एक ने कहा, बहुत चतुर था एक और समझदार भी, परहैप्स हम लोग जैसा होगा कोई सैनिकी. तो उसने क्या किया, उसने 0 को कहा कि मैं तुम्हें मारूंगा नहीं भाई, घबरा मत. और उसने क्या किया, एक जो है खड़ा हो गया 0 के साथ. तो एक जो है वो 1 नहीं रहा, ना 0 रहा, वो 10 बन गया. तो 10 बन गया तो सबसे मजबूत हो गया ना, तो उसको कोई मार नहीं सकता. तो ऐसे दिस इज हाउ व्हेन वी आर एडिंग बिट बाय बिट टू एफर्ट्स ऑफ ईच अदर, तो हम लोग जो है हमेशा मजबूत बने रहेंगे. तो आई बिलीव अगर हम इस फंडा को कैरी फॉरवर्ड करें तो मुझे लगता है समाज में एक मेजर चेंज ला सकते हैं और मजबूत कर सकते हैं, अपने आप को सशक्त कर सकते हैं. तो विद दिस बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद युद्धवीर. लेट्स मूव अहेड with some more Sainiki from our community. Is anyone left? Abhishek, I guess, have you been able to speak? Abhishek, are you there?
My name is Abhishek Tomar.
एक मिनट अभिषेक, मैं आपको जरा पिन कर दूं. चलिए.
Actually, my number is serial number is 12.
कोई बात नहीं, आप चालू रखिए अपना. थोड़ा आवाज तेज कीजिए बिकॉज आपकी आवाज थोड़ी कम हो रही है.
Okay, sir, I will do.
आप चाहें तो अपने माउथ के पास अपना स्पीकर ला सकते हैं तो और अच्छा लगेगा.
Am I audible, sir, right now?
हाँ, ऑडिबल है. थोड़ा सा तेज बोलिएगा तो अच्छा रहेगा. या क्लोज कर लीजिए अपने माउथ के पास.
Okay, ठीक है. Sir, my name is Abhishek Tomar and I'm from Sainik School, Kapurthala. Pass out from 2007 and 2014 batch. And after there was a 1 year gap for me. Actually, 2015 medical preparation की थी. Somehow I could not get into it. So then afterward I came to Delhi. मैं दिल्ली तो 2014 के बाद ही आ गया था actually. लेकिन preparation I was residing in Noida itself. तो नोएडा जैसे लाइक सब ये राम रतन भारती सर ने कहा, तो मैंने फिर उनकी मेरे को आई कैन कोरिलेट विद हिज जर्नी, तो आई विल टेल हिम. तो 2015 में मैंने ये अपना साउथ कैंपस का कॉलेज है, श्री अरविंदो कॉलेज इन गीतांजलि एनक्लेव इन न्यू दिल्ली. आई हैव कंप्लीटेड माय बीए फ्रॉम देयर, लाइक पॉलिटिकल साइंस एंड हिस्ट्री, both in BA program. And afterward और मैं JNU वहीं से अपने ग्रेजुएशन टाइम में अपना JNU से भी टच में था, बिकॉज many of my friends are in JNU, like Vivek Kumar, he was enrolled same time in Korean language. तो वह झेलम ये सब मैं मतलब कॉलेज जाने के बाद इवनिंग में मेरा जो टाइम होता था वो JNU में भी कंप्लीट होता था, क्योंकि एक्चुअली इट्स हार्डली half an hour distance from there. तो मैं वहाँ चला जाता था. तो that's why सैनिक स्कूल चित्तौड़गढ़, नालंदा, many from friends are from JNU. That's why I see. फिर उसके बाद after completion my graduation, I same complete LC1 में मेरा नंबर आ गया. तो उसके बाद LC1 में मेरा 2018 से लेकर 2021 तक का बैच चला है. एक्चुअली ये कोरोना पीरियड में थोड़ा सेमेस्टर जो है वो हो गया था लेट. तो उसके बाद somehow I got basically I belong to Bulandshahr. My hometown is Bulandshahr. So I went back to the Bulandshahr after completing my graduation. तो मेरे फादर साहब ने कहा कि what you will do right now, do preparation. तो मैंने नहीं किया. So somehow my elder brother is in Ayurvedic field, or one of my Sainik School mentor means senior है सरदार नवजोत सिंह जी. He is also in the field of nutritious food. So presently with my brother and my mentor Navjot Singh, so we are doing work on preventive health care. I am helping, मतलब like मैं अभी presently advocacy में यही कर रहा हूँ presently, because somehow I did in NCLT and NCLT में मैंने काम किया. Only 1 month के लिए मैंने काम किया after completing my LLB from LC1 law faculty of law faculty से करने के बाद. So but somehow I joined the hand of my big brother, he was Ayurveda Acharya. तो मैं थोड़ा न्यूट्रिशन के फील्ड में बताना चाहता हूँ, बिकॉज ये मेरी लाइफ का सेकंड इनिंग चल रहा है, क्योंकि एक्चुअली मेरा वेट जो था 95 kg समथिंग हो गया था बिकॉज ऑफ माय बैड हैबिट्स, बिकॉज ऑफ माय सम काइंड ऑफ हैबिट्स. तो फिर मेरे ब्रदर और डॉक्टर जो अपने नवजोत सर हैं हमारे सैनिक स्कूल कपूरथला के ही वो हैं सीनियर, तो एक्चुअली आई वाज आल्सो इन टच विद हिम. तो हम जो वेलनेस सेक्टर में काम कर रहे हैं, तो आई एम हेल्पिंग पीपल इन हेल्थ एस्पेक्ट टू, और लाइक हाउ डज आवर बॉडी फंक्शन, एंड टेलिंग पीपल टू लेट फूड बी द मेडिसिन एंड मेडिसिन बी द फूड in order to get rid of the chronic diseases and even non-curable only by supplying 100% natural food to our body, like changing your tea, coffee, like हम आपकी जो like nutrition का मतलब आपकी चाय पानी ये सब, बस इसको रिप्लेस करके आपकी जो डेली फूड हैबिट्स है बस थोड़ा सा चेंज करके इसमें न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू एडिशन करके हम लाइक क्रोनिक इलनेस ये सब जो डिजीज है 100% लाइक हम वो कर रहे हैं, इस पर काम कर रहे हैं. एंड जो भी हमारे उसके प्रोडक्ट्स हैं लाइक 100% सेफ, कंप्लीट और कंप्लीटली सेफ है, नॉन टॉक्सिक एंड नॉन सेडेटिव, उसमें न्यूट्रिशन है. तो इस पर हम काम कर रहे हैं, वर्किंग ऑन द प्रिवेंटिव, लाइक हम प्रिवेंटिव हेल्थ केयर पर भी काम कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि आजकल जो है पॉल्यूशन ये सब जो लाइक पॉल्यूशन हो, एयर पॉल्यूशन, वाटर, क्योंकि बहुत चीज़ें लाइक कंटेमिनेटेड हो गए, मिलावटी भी हैं. तो इन चीज जो इनऑर्गेनिक सब्सटेंस हमारी बॉडी में चले जाते हैं तो उसको डिटॉक्सीफाई करना है. तो वो हम डिटॉक्सीफाई हमारी चाय कॉफ़ी इस तरह की मेरे ब्रदर की जो वो है कंपनी या मतलब उनके साथ एसोसिएट्स हैं, और सरदार नवजोत सिंह जी के मार्क्स में अंडर द गाइडेंशिप उनके में तो कर रहे हैं. सो आई हैव टू से लॉट अबाउट, क्योंकि मैंने हेल्थ 6 से करीब 6 महीने और 7 महीने अपनी बॉडी पे ही रिसर्च की है, अपनी बॉडी को डिफरेंट एक्सपेक्ट में ले जाके कि ये कहीं डिजीज, तो फिर मुझे लगा. तो अब मेरा जो पहले 95 था, अब मैं लाइक एथलीट्स उसमें मैं हो सकता है नेक्स्ट टाइम एथलेटिक्स एक्टिविटीज़ में पार्टिसिपेट करूँगा, लाइक दिल्ली एयरटेल मैराथन इसमें हो सकता है मैं कंप्लीट करूँ. और मैं अब रनिंग ये सब मेरी बॉडी जो है अब राइट नाउ माय वेट इज 70 kg एक्सपेक्ट. तो ये है मेरी. तो मैं अभी जो प्रिवेंटिव हेल्थ केयर एंड वेलनेस सेक्टर में थोड़ा एक्टिव हूँ, बट मैं आई होप कि आई वुड लाइक टू कम, मतलब मुझे थोड़ा इस फील्ड में भी आना है, क्योंकि मैं 1 महीने काम करने के बाद मैं NCLT का थोड़ा बहुत एक्सपीरियंस है, ज़्यादा नहीं है, तो मेरे को इस फील्ड में दोबारा एंट्री करनी है, तो इसलिए मुझे आना, मैं दिल्ली कम बैक किया. मैं एक्चुअली थैंक यू सर.
बहुत अच्छा. माय फ्रेंड अभिषेक, आपने जो शेयर किया अपने थॉट्स को अबाउट योर you know activities, especially about your wellness thing. I hope जो हमारी कम्युनिटी आपके एक्सपीरियंस से कुछ पाएगी, and there will be more occasion to understand your journey. जब आप पर्सनली मिलेंगे लोगों से एंड अपने बारे में बताएंगे, फिर अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगा तो शायद we will learn more. and best wishes to you for NCLT activities. कुछ जो senior lawyers हैं उनसे आप interact कर सकते हैं. Perhaps they will be able to help you out. ठीक है?
Pardon me, sir, but I did working in NCLT only in the month of March. Actually, somehow there was my family issue, probably family issue. So I have to left the NCLT works and go back to my home to resolve the issue, because it was a demanding time to resolve some family connects to entangle wires to connect them in proper way. So after somehow the problem has been sorted out, my family problem. So I have come back to Delhi only in the month of September. So like I'm looking for an opportunity in any field, because I don't have any experience, because I'm passed out from SC1 only in 2021, and in the month I think 2021 में तो कोरोना की वजह से some activities were not actually there, smoothly running. तो अब मैं come back किया हूँ, तो I hope कि I could get some like opportunity from.
Right. So that's great. Yeah, Abhishek, your point is well taken, and community has already understood what you were saying, that you want to enter into legal area. You are looking for an opportunity. I'm sure somebody will come forward and help you out.
I have registration with VCT and Delhi High Court itself.
Right. मैं अभी before it seems अभी can somebody from our community रणवीर जी जरा देखिए तो सुरेश शर्मा जी is giving me a call. Meanwhile, we move ahead. Can you please coordinate with him and help him to join? Perhaps he is in need of joining.
I will.
Okay. तब तक I'm inviting Ajay Chikara ji to please move ahead and.
One more thing, I have registered with.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Aye, please, Ajay ji.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Ajay Chikara. I am from Sainik School, Kunspura. I joined Sainik School in '96 and passed out in 2003. After that, I joined Army and served in Army for 7 years. After that, I quit Army, sir, and doing my LLB from MD University, sir, Rohtak from. उसके बाद फिर मैंने चरखी दादरी में सर डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट में प्रैक्टिस शुरू की. उसके बाद मैं अपना वाइस प्रेसिडेंट का इलेक्शन फाइट किया सर. तो उसके बाद वाइस प्रेसिडेंट बना, लेकिन इससे नेक्स्ट ईयर अगेन मैंने कंटेस्ट किया सर, लेकिन उस साल कुछ दिक्कत रह गई जिसके कारण मैं रह गया सर. बट इस ईयर सर अभी जो यंगर ब्रदर है सर विजय चिकारा, वो भी सैनिक स्कूल से ही है, कुंजपुरा से, मेरे से जूनियर था. वो अभी रोहतक में एडवोकेट हैं सर, तो वो वहां से वाइस प्रेसिडेंट का इस बार इलेक्शन फाइट कर रहे हैं सर दिस ईयर.
अरे वाह. मैं जरा ये कॉल ले लेता हूँ 1 मिनट, बिकॉज ये लगता है सुरेश जी थोड़ा दिक्कत में है. हेलो. हाँ यस सर, आइए ना सर.
चिकारा भाई, दोनों भाई, क्या करके मानोगे?
सर नमस्कार सर.
नमस्कार, क्या हाल है?
सर कुछ बड़ा ही सोच रखा है वैसे.
बड़ा ही सोच रखा है.
सर कभी आ जाओ सर, दर्शन दो सर कभी.
मिलते हैं भाई, मिलते हैं.
नहीं वो डिसाइड करके बताना ये कहाँ आना है, रोहतक आना है या दादरी आना है.
अभी तो रोहतक ही आ जाओ.
नहीं मैं आता हूँ उधर, मेरा केस भी लगा रहता है. और विजय भी आ, ओल्ड बैच पे मिला था अभी.
रवि जी, am I audible? I am Sanjay Gupta.
Gupta ji, 1 minute, just 1 minute. I am back. In fact, Suresh Sharma ji.
Actually, I have to leave in another 10 minutes. If you can give me a couple of minutes so that I can introduce myself and then I can.
Right. Sure. We will. Thank you, Ajay ji, for sharing your thoughts as well as your journey as a representative of lawyers. especially you study in Rohtak and Haryana and practice in Dadri, and then making your mark there. It's very interesting. And your younger brother also contesting elections. I mean, this shows that the kind of leadership role that you have been playing in the legal system. I hope this time Vijay will win, and our best wishes to you both.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And if opportunity comes, it will be great to go to Rohtak during election time someday, and
Sure.
show our presence there in the community.
Definitely, sir.
So moving ahead, my friends, let's go to another speaker of ours, and that is Sanjay Gupta ji, and understand what he has to say. Sanjay ji, please.
Thanks, Ravi ji. I think first and foremost, lot of thanks to you for joining the community together. I think even if we are from different Sainik schools, it gives a lot of bonding to all of us. I am from Sainik School, Nagroda, J&K. And in fact, हमारे समय में क्या था कि तब लोगों को लगता था कि सैनिक स्कूल सभी को जाना चाहिए. आई जॉइंड सैनिक स्कूल नगरोटा इन 1975 और फिर 82 में आई पास्ड आउट. और हमें एक ही सिखाया जाता था कि सिर्फ फौज में जाना और कुछ पता ही नहीं था. तो एनडीए के टाइम माय राइट आई वाज एट दैट टाइम द अलाउबल लिमिट वाज 2.5 -2.5 को तो आर्मी में सिलेक्ट कर लेते थे, उससे ऊपर होता था तो सिलेक्ट नहीं करते थे. तो मेरी जो राइट आई थी वो -3 थी. तो मैं रिजेक्ट हो गया. मैंने बोला कि भैया मेरी बाई आंख तो ठीक है, तो मैं तो देख सकता हूँ बाई आंख से, तो कर दो सिलेक्ट भैया. Somehow, it was, I think I appealed in the medical board and I was rejected even though I passed out SSB. And then, and there is a very peculiar rule. उसमें क्या होता है कि अगर एक बार आर्मी में मैं रिजेक्ट हो गया, अगली बार में एयरफोर्स के लिए मुझे दोबारा से टू एंड फ्रो मिलेगा. अगर आर्मी भरता था तो टू एंड फ्रो नहीं मिलता था एसएसबी के लिए. अगर आप नेवी या एयरफोर्स भर दो तो आपको दोबारा टू एंड फ्रो मिल जाता है. So I enjoyed 3-4 trips, pass written and then went for the interviews and all. But all said and done, I passed out from Sainik School, Nagroda in 1982. So then, तब पता ही नहीं था फौज के अलावा करना क्या है. I did my science graduation. I thought कि चलो इसके बाद फौज में चले जाएंगे. तब IMA की लिमिट होती थी 3.5. जब मेरी उसका मेडिकल का टर्न आया तो मेरी राइट आई का नंबर हो गया -4. तो उसमें सभी में मेडिकल में बाहर हो गया. एंड देन then I thought, let's do some professional course. I did law graduation from Jammu University. And then thereafter what happened was the first batch of MBA had started in Jammu University. There were very few universities in India which were giving MBA course. Of course, there were IIMs at that time. तो हमें तो लगा यार MBA करके तो हम हवा में उड़ेंगे, हमें तो उठा के लोग कंपनी ले जाएंगी. So I did my MBA from Jammu University. So I am LLB MBA from Jammu University. And after doing my MBA, I came to Delhi in 1990. And I've been working with various companies right from 1990 up to around 3-4 years back. And my last stint was I was heading India operations of a Norwegian multinational company. That company is a global leader. That's the #1 company in the DC power solutions for the telecom sector. So that was my last stint, where I spent 15 years. I joined there as a sales head, and ultimately I became the head of that company. I was director and CEO. Though I was officiating as managing director of the company, but I didn't used to write managing director. फिर लोग नाराज हो जाते थे क्योंकि डिस्काउंट नहीं देते थे. आप तो कंपनी के हेड है, डिस्काउंट नहीं देते. तो one of the advantage, like when you write director is अगर कोई डिस्काउंट मांगे तो आप बोल सकते हैं जी भैया डायरेक्टर फाइनेंस से पूछना पड़ेगा. So like it helps sometimes. And then after I've left the job 4 years back. Now I got my own company, and myself and my wife are running that company. We are into international trading of the these power equipments. and we are the recognized startup by Government of India, and we are MSME certification, and we are doing quite reasonably good business. Like now I was just thinking, like since I got a passion for both sales, marketing, and law, because being the law background, in fact, a lot of my colleagues during Jammu University have become judges of J&K High Court. They are even senior advocates now in J&K High Court. I was just out of a keen interest, I thought, like since now I got my time, most of the financial needs are over, and it's, let's give something back to the society. Since I got a law degree, I was just contemplating, maybe I will take a bar license next month, since I stay in Gurgaon now. I've been staying in Gurgaon for around 20 years now. So I'll maybe go down to Chandigarh sometime and take the bar license and come down and maybe try my hands over there in this profession. So that's a little bit about me. And then my family, my daughter, she's an architect, and she goes to the company. My son, he is doing engineering. From MIT, he is doing engineering in computer science. My wife is my better half, she's also director in the company which I am which we have of our own, and that's something about myself and about my interests and looking forward. In fact, two of the things which I'm very pained about is, which our senior colleague has also mentioned, is prolonged litigation which happens in the court. And second is, a lot of times I have seen is, when you put the arguments in the court and things like that, what is being argued in the court, what comes in the judgment, there's lot of times there is a variation, what is argued and what comes in the judgment. And that is something, which is very painful when the, advocate put so much hard work that putting the arguments, and the judges somehow give the, give the judgment, which is very, very different than, what observations they have made in the court and things like that. Of course, at least Supreme Court, everything is transparent because of the video recording, which is publicly, which is now happening. I think it should be made compulsorily for all the courts, be it High Court or the lower courts. And so that there's a accountability of the judges as well. Of course, everyone understands and appreciates they're overloaded, but, at least adjournments are given without any reasons. And I think that's, something very peculiar aspect, which I would like to touch, maybe once I entered into this field formally, a month, 2 months down the line, maybe with the like-minded people. I don't know whether it is workable or not, if some PAL could be worked out so that, today they say there should be compulsory cameras in all the police stations. There is a compulsory camera video recording, which is being not compulsory, at least Supreme Court is doing that. There is video recording which is getting done in all the bureaucrats, big offices and all. Why should be made compulsory in the high courts and the lower courts? I think then probably that will bring more transparent to the systems, like people were saying there are collusions and all. And because nobody can lie to a camera. So those are my thoughts, as well as, as in, since I'm not into thick and thin of it, like most of you are advocates are into thick and thin of it. Those are my observations, which I think, like our community should give it a thought, whether it is feasible to challenge that system and, so that system adopts to that. Maybe some of you seniors could give your input at that, whether that is workable or not. What do you say, Ravi?
You see, that's a good idea. In fact, as our seniors also have expressed about collusion everywhere, especially in lower courts. Judges, in fact, when argument is done, publicly at times they say, judgment will be given in the evening hours. They're here and they don't pronounce the judgment in public. And that means they create a space so that during lunch hour, the setting of, collusion can happen. and then the judgment is passed. At times this is how the system at many places works, and that creates a big void, and corruption happens.
But my point, limited point was, do you think PL or something like that for praying to the court for making the video recording compulsory in lower courts and high courts is feasible?
No, that is certainly feasible, but it's not that easy, because the collusion is there, and judges know.
PL has to be filed in high court, the Supreme Court. No, it will not go to because
no, that's what I'm telling you. If the will of the people is strong, then something can happen. But if the will is not strong, even there is a collusion at senior level also. Not only all judges will want to suppress their system at lower courts, because they belong to different communities. They are from the bar side, from the bench side, and there is always conflict of interest between bar and bench. And at many places, even there are some people who are in nexus with lawyers, and their roji roti comes through these activities, and that's how the corruption perpetuates, and continuation of such thing happens in Indian legal system since British Raj. So fighting such kind of thing is not an easy task, but certainly we can keep uniting and getting little pie of whatever is left. Even that will be possible only when we are united among each other and create a pressure group and voice, because I believe it is not an easy task, but one we should keep fighting. That is what is my take. Maybe some seniors who have seen more closely these activity, can enlighten us on this topic. If anyone is interested in sharing that thought, we can do so after we finalize, our introduction session, because we are very few people who are left for it, and then floor will be open for all for some time. So moving ahead, my friends, I would like to welcome our senior Suresh Sharma-ji, who is here. Suresh-ji, kindly, sir. You have to unmute yourself.
Thank you very much, Ravi, and all the friends. I'm really pleased and honored to be in the company of such luminary Sainikans and advocates. I really feel pride and honored to be with you. And anything I can do for you or for the community as a whole, as a Sainikans or as a advocate, I'll be happy to share it. Anything, whichever is within my competence. Thank you very much for inviting me, and I'm sure we'll go a long way to bring some good results and put an impact in the society. That is more important. We as a Sainikans, I believe, have that ability to change our and I'm sure if we determine to do something, remove this corruption. I have had a career of around as a police officer of 40 years, and there I have established myself as you would see from my records. So same I have been trying to do in this profession also, though it is a very very different thing, because we are very new to this profession. as compared to the people who are already there. But still, I believe if we do our work honestly, that gives a lesson to the other people. And I think we should, as we were telling, we can put on a PIL and all those things. That stage will come when first we have to concrete exactly what we want. So we can plan things accordingly and discuss these things while in next meeting, people can come with more concrete suggestions, and I think that will be fine. Anything I can do for you, please let me know. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, sir. We were just talking, I mean, in your absence, I want to brief you so that you are aware that, whatever we have been doing, we have done introduction from various schools. So far, 25 people have already interviewed themselves from different schools. And from the talk, it is very evident that there is no need, to introduce much about ourselves, because we all cherish the similar kind of environment in which we have lived in, and the ethos that we have been inculcated while sharing the similar kind of punishments in the grounds, watching movies, getting ragras, hunching, controlling and whatnot in Sainik School, and then punishments, and then at times doing parade in the school, even during rainy times, and understanding the discipline, many times bunking classes and bunking schools to go outside campus and see movies, and then get caught in between, and then this kind of a story, there is enormous in number, and everybody cherishes. And so the moment we say that I am from Sainik School, most of the barriers break and we become brothers, suddenly. So that kind of thing is there. And that emotional bonding, we should exploit more. And in our professional life, and create a more synergy for bringing a better change in society, helping our Sainik School friends when they are in distress, giving them advice in time, or at times helping them connect with the right attorneys as well as advisors, at times police, because many times you fight for right cause, and there are more people in society who go for negative things, and they try to crush you, and do nonsense, and you get at times caught on wrong foot, and you have to find somebody to help you out and rescue you from those problems. In last few days, I have received at least 10 calls from different parts of India, people in distress asking for some advice and help. And luckily, while doing, listening to them, giving little advice has helped them and saved them from entering into bigger troubles, So this can happen only when we have a strong bond, and whenever there is some urgent calls, we can help them out, and that's how the brotherhood will go ahead. And if we do this with energy, synergy, togetherness, more such calls can be, executed, and help will be granted, which will be, minimum that we could do. But certainly moving ahead, if we could zero down to certain causes, maybe 5, and work together depending upon our specialization as a team, it will bring more synergy and help each other. That is my idea, sir. If you have anything to say on this, it will be great to listen from you as a senior, as an experienced person from civil servant side as well as from legal side.
Actually, let me introduce myself. I am Suresh Sharma from Sainik School, Kulchpura, Karnal, and from 1962 to 68 batch, and my roll number is 32. So initially, I joined as a direct officer DAGO in CRPF, and from there I was absorbed into Punjab Police in the rank of SP and further DIG IG. And I have retired as IG Punjab Police. Then 2013, after my retirement, I joined the profession as a bar member of the Supreme Court. Direct, my basic aim has been to guide the people in the right path. Consultation, and I hardly charge anyone, but my aim is to guide people who have been actually don't have access to the courts and unnecessarily go to the court. I try to get their problem solved either by arbitration or by telling the, if it is a criminal case, small case, then I tell the investigation agencies to do the right thing and don't unnecessarily trouble someone who's not guilty. So that's sort of a social work I'm doing. And my aim is basically to help others. That's all. Anything rest I'll share.
सुरेश सर प्लीज स्पोर्ट्स साइड में क्या हेल्प कर रहे हैं वो भी थोड़ा प्लीज लेट मी नो क्या हेलो
Sports.
Yes.
Sports. You wanted to ask about sports, I think.
Yes, sir. I think you are heading some committee or like such kind of activity.
President of the Masters Athletic Association, All India National Masters Athletic Association. I'm the president, All India president, and apart from them, that I was earlier with the Indian Hockey Federation, and for about 14-15 years I was there. So now I'm with the. So if someone is interested in joining, let me know, and we will adjust. I try to adjust all people so that they are pillars for me. So we have had championship since I took over the charge. First in Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in 2016, I think. Then Jaipur. Then next year in Panchkula. Last year we had in Varanasi, UP, where the Deputy CM had come. So next year, actually, we are planning to have it in Hyderabad. I had an executive meeting there, and the Hyderabad association, they are telling that they want to conduct, and that is what our approval is. So we keep on holding championship with all the around 3,000 sports persons from all over India, and for about 4 or 5 days they are there. Events from men and women both, plus age from 35 plus to 90 or 100 they participate, and the events are major all athletic events, right from field and track, both events for different ages. There are groups, and it takes around 4 days to complete the whole championship. So I have by that feeling of sportsman right from that time, and I keep on. I have my connection with other sports also, but now since I'm the president of this, I keep on turning all over India also. So that is the one thing, and another is like advising people on social issues, being satisfied in life, so that we are at that stage, particular as far as I am concerned, that I have gained whatever one wants to have from life. Now it is time to give something to the others. That is what my aim is, and I think that is one factor which is important in life. At some stage, you have to think about others, not only think. I don't go for money or something. I get a pension. That's, I think, enough for me. And I have had a very honest and one of the best career one could ever think of. I had been into deputation to civil aviation, and as a pioneer, I am the first Indian officer, police officer, to have been trained in anti-hijacking at Macau in 1983. So that is the time I was picked up. The 4 officers were picked up to form the civil aviation security. So I'm the pioneer amongst them. So I was there for 6 years. Then I was on deputation with Deputy Prime Minister Mr. Devilal in Delhi Police as DCP Security, and I was his OST. And I've been in Gujarat also. If you remember the Gujarat riots in 2002, and Mr. Gill was there, was sent by the Home Minister, Mr. Advani, to settle the issues. So we were there for 6 months when Mr. Modi was the Chief Minister there. So that had given me a chance to, or you can say otherwise also, he had a chance to work with us. Because we Sainikans are best than anyone else in the world. That is what I feel. And I don't hesitate to say very frankly, that I have that pride in myself, that I'm a Kunjian and a Sainikan. So by the way, the person who has worked with me, and so I will not beg him to do anything for me, neither I require anything from anyone. I have my own principles, and I think I have a very satisfied life. People come to me and they go happy finding their solution. That is what I like, to help others. Basically, you have to have that from your heart, and that is the thing. And the rest about service, I had been in Punjab. You must have heard about the terrorism in Punjab. So I was in charge of the Operation Black Thunder, which was in 1988. And that was one of the most successful operations in the world, where 147 terrorists surrendered. So that itself is an achievement in your life. And that was the hardest time one can think of being there. And I was picked by Mr. KPS Gill to look after security, and I was with him since then for till his death, looking after security for 28 years. So that's one thing. And otherwise, I've been with the Indian Hockey Federation and as Chief of Protocol and the member of International Hockey Federation, FIH, for about 2 terms, about 8 years, as a member of FIH also. So these are few things I just wanted to tell. But I have whatever, my basic thing is, whatever you do with full concentration, full heart and soul, and with full, clean heart. I think that is because we have been trained we have enough, as far as wisdom, brain, intelligence, strength we have. But how to apply in the correct direction, for that we have to concentrate our energies and work in that direction. I have come to legal profession because my father was first he was in the Air Force. At the age of 45, he took a voluntary retirement after serving 27 years. And then he served, he means from 1975 till last year when he expired, he was a very senior advocate in Haryana, Hisar. So that's how I loved to be advocate, carry on his legacy. And I feel that these are the doctor, like doctor, advocate, they are basically actually not to collect money, but to help others. But yes, to the young ones, I say, do your work honestly. Money is a secondary thing. I don't say you don't take fees, but work in such a way so that you have a reputation of your good character. Once you take a fees, once you take a case, do everything for that person. That is the, and one should be truth. Once you see a case, if you find that yes, this is not going to be there, you tell him frankly that this is my advice. Don't unnecessarily spend money, but if you still want, you can go and meet the other lawyer. He can do this. This is what I do. I mostly guide the people, and I think till now the time I spend is with advocates. They are very well educated in the society. When it makes a lot of difference to make yourself active. That is more important. When you remain active, your brain is active, and you keep on doing things, something constructive for the society. That's my aim. Thank you very much, and you are always free to call me anytime. You all have my numbers. I think I'm on the groups also, and it will be my privilege to help anyone anytime, whether it is a police job or a legal or a other social job also. Sometimes, So I'm there as the elder brother or whatever you can say. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That is great, sir. Very, very thank you to you for sharing your journey as a CRPF person to Punjab Police, and then your journey as a lawyer, thought process of helping others and maintaining your integrity, etc. And your attachment with KPS Gill, as well as variety of sports, activities. That shows the kind of zeal you have, sir. Thank you for your time, and thank you for showing your willingness to help us, guide us. We will certainly like to come back to you and seek your help in some issues, especially in getting some direction of our togetherness and working together, helping society. Hope to see you soon, sir, and with other friends.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you. So now moving on, we have another, speaker. I believe Praveen ji, are you there? Praveen, is anyone left? I guess now everyone has completed their introduction part. If somebody is missing, if I am missing, kindly indicate. There was one person, Mr. Praveen Kumar. Praveen ji, are you there?
Ravi ji, one just small intervention, I just wanted to make a humble request, maybe since a lot of people have filled up the forms, and the complete input, have the complete input from at least 50 of us. And if you could issue the first version of the directory to all.
We will do it very soon.
What is the time frame you see?
Hello?
What is the time frame you see?
For sharing that?
Yeah.
We will do it today. They
Directory I'm talking of.
Yes.
Okay.
I will have to download and then prepare a PDF file, etc., which I will do it today and share. Because
Ravi, one quick suggestion, right? It's been 2.5 hours. People have started opening off. So if you can quickly wrap up the introduction round and the next pointers, right? To-dos, if you have any, right?
Right. So let's move ahead. With this introduction of all, there will be more, perhaps when they come, they can, join, or now that we have already had approximately 2+ hours of introduction session. I would like to open the floor for any further comments, discussion. Kindly, quickly, express yourself if you want to add something with consent of our host, including me and Ranveer Singh. And then we will discuss about one more point for today, and that is how quickly we can meet in person, since many of us live in Delhi and around, and Mayank has already, expressed his desire to have the first meet and press club of India. We will talk about it. But before that, if anybody wants to say something, please welcome. And I believe Pravinji is here. Pravinji, you want to say something? Please introduce yourself and then express yourself, and then we move ahead. Pravinji, are you there? You have to unmute yourself first.
Parveen is there, but probably we are not able to reach him. Parveen?
Okay, no problem. Let him come. And if now the floor is open, anybody want to say something?
I'll just say one thing, right? And people can add on. So one thing is, right, so it is a very useful exercise to have this meeting, introductory meeting. At least we get to see each other. I'm leave aside the Sainikians. I'm getting to see Suresh Sharma sir. He's from my school. Yudhvir Dalal from my school for the first time. We know, right, we are in the same WhatsApp groups in our respective school groups, but we don't know. We have not seen each other in person. So it is a very useful exercise to have these meetings regularized so that we get to know each other in our WhatsApp group. So maybe a monthly meeting wherein we can have a defined agenda. We kind of try and address the issues that our community is facing, and we try and help these youngsters who are trying to enter into the profession, and then other open agenda items, whatever. So just one suggestion, a periodic meeting, maybe a monthly or quarterly, whatever works. Virtual or physical, even virtual works better because nobody has to travel and all. So they can join it from the comfort of their homes. So one meeting is all that I'm asking for the communication to or collaboration to happen at a larger scale.
Only just to add, Ranveer ji, that yes, really the pandemic has has taken something from us, but has given this virtual platform, which is boon to us. We can meet everyone at the ease of our space. So we should do regularly these kind of meetings, and the forum can also be sharing the legal thoughts that somebody has faced some legal problems. They can also share it and take advice from whosoever is expert in that subject. I just remember my days when I was when I had come for RD Parade Delhi. We were friends competing for the best cadet junior division, and you will be surprised to know most of the people who were competing among ourselves were Sainikisian, and we were very good friends. And after that also we have Dhira, I still remember Dhiraj Kotwal from Nagrota and Abhinav Anand from Tilaya and all that. They are still my good friend, and we are in touch. So let's be in touch. That's all I want to add.
That's great. In fact, if you allow me, I also want to add, when we are talking about togetherness, I didn't go for RD Parade, although I was in a school band. And later on, I learned that the school band of Sindhia School was very strong in RD Parade. Later on, I was invited once as a chief guest in Sindhia School in 2012. for their All India Public School debating competition. It was a very good feeling there. But जब मैं SSB देने गया था 1993 में, पहला SSB मेरा था एयरफोर्स इन बनारस. तो we were from सैनिक स्कूल तेलिया, 20 लोग एक साथ थे. एंड लकली और भी लोग थे फ्रॉम अदर सैनिक स्कूल. तो एक ग्रुप बन गया था 30-40 लोगों का, जो सब सैनिक स्कूल वाले थे. रेस्ट ऑल सेपरेट हो गए थे. सो वी वर जेलिंग टुगेदर लाइक एनीथिंग, एंड रेस्ट ऑल हमने एक तरह से समझिए इग्नोर ही कर दिया था लोगों को. सिमिलरली सेम थिंग हैपेंड जब मैं दोबारा गया SSB देने के लिए भोपाल में. तो हम लोग भोपाल में खूब तफरी करते थे फॉर 5-7 दिन जो होता था SSB का पीरियड. एंड उस 5-7 दिन में इतनी गहरी दोस्ती हो गई एक दूसरे से कि अभी तक कांटेक्ट बना के रखा हुआ है. इवन दे वेंट टू सैनिक NDA, जिनका SSB हुआ जिनका नहीं हुआ, सब आपस में दोस्त हैं अभी तक. सो दैट्स द ब्यूटी ऑफ बीइंग फ्रॉम सैनिक स्कूल, माय फ्रेंड. And I believe, as Suresh sir was saying, we are born to contribute to the society. And, of course, जब हम समाज में positivism लेके आते हैं तो कोई ना कोई change तो जरूर आता है. So with blessings of all seniors, I'm sure we will set some agenda next time when we meet personally, and come out with some, concrete action plan, at least 1 or 2, and then initiate our, cooperation. But meanwhile, on forum that we already have, I would like to request everybody, अगर आपके contact में कुछ ऐसे लोग हैं जो legal field से हैं, administration से हैं, police से हैं, who can contribute for giving some relief, to people around in society, please add them. Although हम लोगों ने लीगल ग्रुप बनाया है ये सोच के कि सब लीगल वाले होंगे, but police and administration is equally important, who can help in decreasing the distress of people. तो मुझे लगता है कि it will be great to slowly connect with them also, but meanwhile focus will be there to add more from legal field from all सैनिक स्कूल. तो एक आध पुश और दीजिए, so that community में थोड़ा और numbers बढ़े तो और मजा आएगा. Imagine कीजिए अगर 500 लोग, now even WhatsApp has allowed to add 500+ people in a group. तो वो limit तो कम से कम हमको पहुंचाना है. In next few days, it will be great, my friends. तो please मेरी मदद करें, and थोड़ा और synergy आएगा जब मिलेंगे दोबारा. Or perhaps, we can make a monthly meeting on virtual or physical, depending upon consensus of everybody. And जैसे एक बार हम लोग already JNU में 3-4 साल पहले all सैनिक schools का meet कराया है, तो उससे पहले बहुत तैयारी करनी पड़ती है, जैसा कि आप जानते होंगे कोई भी meet के लिए. तो थोड़ा volunteers भी आ जाएं 2-4, तो synergy आएगा तो फिर मजा आएगा. I believe Praveen ji has just joined. Everybody has spoken. If Praveen ji wants to say something, please welcome. Otherwise, we can move ahead. Praveen ji, are you there? You have to unmute yourself before you speak.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, am I audible? There was some problem with my phone or Zoom, I think.
Yes, you are. Please move ahead.
Yeah, I'm Praveen Singh, primarily from Sainik School, Ghodakhal. I'm a 1992 passed out, and my video is not on. I'll try to switch on. Yeah. Am I visible now? Okay.
Yes, yeah, please.
Sir, visible.
Yeah. Yes, I can see Bibho from Ghodakhal, my junior. Ravi ji, thank you so much for bringing us on this platform. At the same time, I must wish my seniors who are present here, and it's a nice feeling joining this Sainikian legal fraternity from all backgrounds, especially having law. My brief introduction is 1992, I passed out from Ghodakhal, straightway came to Delhi. I did my graduation from Ramjas. Thereafter, I came to law faculty where I did my master's. And then I started practicing. At the same time, I was pursuing my LLM also. 3 years I completed my LLM, started life with the law firms, some good law firms, Ramsey and Sagar and all, for IPR. But my academic interest was also always alive in me. So I started as a visiting faculty to Delhi University. I got opportunities to give lectures to the IAS and IPS people at Missouri, and then at Faridabad, Revenue Academy. And presently I am an adjunct professor of law for commercial laws with IIM Ahmedabad, Lucknow and all. But still I'm primarily a practitioner. Along with that, I fulfill my interest of academics. So now it has been 22, 23 years with the bar. I started from firms, then I left in 2003 or 4. I came for litigation because that was my cup of tea I could make out. So it was always disturbing me why I should sit in the office and do like a corporate. That was not, in fact, my choice. But then in beginning, since you don't have a background, you are getting a good amount of salary and you want to settle and compare with other people. So that compelled me to join the law firm. Then I left it and I started my own practice from scratch. Initially, I still have a chamber at East Hazari where I started. Primarily now I'm focusing on Supreme Court, High Court. I'm senior counsel for development authorities, Noida, Ghaziabad, and many other government authorities. Plus, I do have my private cases, Supreme Court, High Courts. This is all my brief introduction. I joined in between because I could not join at time given I was in arbitration case. What I could hear something and I can contribute to that. To my understanding that whether there has to be a live telecast of that discussion was going on when I joined. So I do have certain things to say or to add on. Definitely, see, to my understanding, High Court, Supreme Courts are very organized. And almost the facts which come other than the original side of the High Court, or in fact, original side of the Supreme Court, subtle facts, they come and it is at the appellate stage or in the original jurisdiction, petitions, etc. So things are very much organized in High Court and Supreme Court. I don't find any difficulty why it should not be telecast live. Because if other people in society from other institutions, they can organize themselves and they are very transparent that every human being can appreciate them, can see them in their own gestures. Why not the judges or the advocates when they are performing in a particular disciplined way in a court and the matters are fixed, even things are fixed, matters are listed, timings are fixed, almost everything is fixed. So that discipline or routine ought to be developed. That is always in the betterment. And even the lower courts, there are slight problems, but that problem is not big that we cannot achieve that goal. At least in big cities or metropolitan cities. Now we have good streaming, now we have good technology backup, etc. So to my understanding, there might be some small hurdles, but then there has to be a will. As my friend Ravi also said that, order is reserved, then it is not passed, order is not passed, because especially the district courts, they are not organized. You can argue before them at length. They will hear you also. Next day they are transferred. Now that argument has to be repeated to the next judge. But in High Court and Supreme Court, once you argue the matter, they take the file because it is part heard. So it is they who have to pronounce the judgment, even if it is 25, 35 or 55. Now our district courts, the next day judge changes. Now you have to re-argue, he has to reappreciate. He might have been working as a session in criminal. Now he has to look after an IPR case or for that matter, an arbitration case or for that matter, any civil. So it takes time for him. And then your next 6 months are gone and you are put to burden because you are being paid for a particular time. Although you may charge again for the next tenure of 3 years or 2 years, whatever that as per the Wakalatnama terms of the agreement. But then it is an inconvenience to the parties also and to the advocates also, so to the public, and they are made for public. These judges, these courts are of no use unless public gets anything efficacious. So there has to be will, and I find this will is lacking because our judges are not organized at the lower level and many of the high courts also. So they need to be organized, and it is we as an advocate supposed to be watchdogs of Indian society. So it is we who have to, push them, and our efforts have to be more. And such a group which is Sainikians, we can do anything if we are united, and already we have a bent of mind of uniting. So once we are on a particular platform and we decide to do anything, definitely any kind of PIL we can go for. We can change the judiciary. In fact, we have such a strength. I feel that we can always change this judiciary as well. We have seen our strength. We are 5-6 Goda Khalins, 10 Goda Khalins we meet from legal fraternities. We are so happy we can do anything. And such motivated people like Bihao I have seen. I do expect all are the same. I mean, we do all have such a spirit that we can really do much. So I'm always ready to take this lead as an associate, as a junior, as a senior, wherever you can put me, wherever I fit. So I'll be the first person to take such initiatives, because my interest is always to reform judiciary, whatever extent. Now we are at 22, 23 years of experience. We really, as Suresh said, that he has achieved a stage where he does not want money. So for us also, we are not of money. Money comes in the process. And now it has already, we have gathered money, and it comes because our junior associates are working. Even if we are not there, they take care of the matter, and people pay for our face values now. Only thing is we are not able to break the irregularities in this judicial system. And there are a lot many, not only screening of these things, the selection process of the senior advocates, how judges are being made. We have very few judges from Sainikians, but I vouch that we have much merit than those who are being selected as senior advocates, than those who are being, elevated as a judge, because I can see my surroundings, I can see my friends being elevated, and any Sainikian for that matter, because of their, the intelligent level at the screening level when they come for hello.
We lost him.
कोई बात नहीं. Let's hope he joins again, and otherwise our friend Praveen ji was already telling us that most of the of us have already echoed and talked to each other about our will to enter into a zone whereby we could bring some changes, and perhaps which I am seeing, the one point that is converging, and that is to initiate some movement, about bringing reforms in lower judiciary, whereby at least the hearing part and is recorded, and some changes can occur from the lower system, and something of that sort if we initiate together. Imagine 300-400 people, lawyers filing PIL from all over the country, about reforms within local judiciary, asking for smoothness and transparency. It could be a good branding for all Sainik schools across India, and a major change. Perhaps we will be doing not only branding individually for ourselves, but also for the Sainik school as a whole. And we will not be creating marks only in defense sector, but also in legal sector. Such kind of thing is coming up. Perhaps something of this sort can happen when we meet again and think more on this line. Any more thoughts, my friends? Please welcome. Otherwise, we should close in 5 minutes.
Sir, when we keep monthly meetings, we can look for like Saturday evening only, like on a weekend. Like Saturday evening.
बोलिए युद्धवीर कुछ बोल रहे थे.
Sir, I was saying that when we keep monthly meetings, so it's better we keep on Saturday evening as it was today, like, so that we can.
हाँ ठीक है, ऐसा ही कुछ करेंगे. Convenience सबका होना चाहिए, 4 बजे मुझे लगता है थोड़ा जल्दी था. We can make it at 5 o'clock. और आज कुछ ज्यादा लंबा खींचा
No,
गया.
sir, but today it was like first beginning, so introduction was everything was there. So today it was required at 4.
हाँ, बट पढ़ाई अभी 3 घंटा होने वाला है, तो
Yes,
3 घंटा कुछ
that's
ज्यादा
good.
हो जाएगा. तो क्विकली थोड़ा सा करेंगे तो ज्यादा बेटर
No,
रहेगा.
sir, like
because
when we'll meet next time, we will be a little more aware about each other, as we have heard about each
राइट.
other.
तो
That thing is
एजेंडा
there.
बेस्ड
So
टॉक होगा तो
time
अच्छा
will-
रहेगा,
Yes,
थोड़ा
yes,
टाइम भी
yes.
सेव होगा सबका और मजा भी आएगा.
And many thanks to you, sir.
ग्रेट भाई लोग, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप लोगों का. कुछ और है किसी के पास कुछ बोलने के लिए, शेयर करने के लिए?
Just thank you.
ग्रेट,
Lot of thank
धन्यवाद
you.
भाई.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ravi, sir. And thank you all of you.
चलिए,
for a
फॉर
great
व्हाटएवर हम लोग मिलते हैं फिर दोबारा से. एंड आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपके कोऑपरेशन के लिए. भाई लोग, हम लोग का एकता जो है हमें बहुत आगे बढ़ाएगा. मुझे आशा है कि आप सबका सहयोग बना रहेगा हमारे साथ.
Thank you, Ravi ji and everyone.
जय हिंद, जय सैनिकी.
ग्रेट.
All right, everyone.
चलो, so we are signing off then. Thank you.
See you around.
Thank you.
Okay. See you again.
Thank you.